Hey all, thank you for joining me today. In this video, we're making a snake racing game by Wonton, found on MakerWorld. Now, this is an amazing model. Things like this make me love 3D printing. This is an actual game with no batteries and it just works wonderful. Links will be in the description down below. Give this model a like, download it, try it for yourself, and let them know that I sent you there. Now, as always, I've got to give a big shout out to those wonderful Patreon supporters. First off, Anthony Bentley, Daniel Castro, Albert Cheng, Lightstar03, and Cameron. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and supporting me. It means the world. Thank you for support. Gonna carry on making great things, and I'll see you next time. Now, I know these models seem crazy to build and how it works and what's involved, but this is an absolutely wonderful model. Honestly, I saw this and I thought, I can't believe you can actually make models like this. Like I said, I design a lot of my things. I do a lot of designing, the props, the models, all that stuff. You know, you've watched the channel. But when I saw this, I thought, yeah, I've got to try it. And I will start off by preferencing, I didn't follow the instructions. What I'm building is how you do it. So when you download it, it says, you know, these are the pieces you need to use. If you add more rolls and coils and cogs and all that stuff, it will create resistance and friction, which of course it will. And I didn't listen. So in this video, you'll see me making more parts than you needed. I thought I could make a super long track. I did it and it didn't work out. There was too much friction, but it did work out when I did just keep to what the designer intended. Yeah, that's how I think it should be probably most of the time. As you can see, I'm placing the cogs. Try to do a little bit something different in the video. Those little, you know, clip ASMR, little click sort of cog thing. Didn't work. Looked terrible. Now, when putting together, orientation really does matter. So you can see the middle bit that these prongs are pointing down. So do that with all sides. If you put it on the other side, it obviously won't look right, but make sure when you're putting them together, all the prongs, as you can see where they're touching the sort of red disc at the center of the cogs, are all facing in the same direction. And that goes for all parts of this build. I do end up later on, you see it, me building it, and I edited it out anyway, of me struggling to turn it. It's because I didn't pay attention to the prongs and which way they were facing, what the orientation will be. Because when you see at the end of when the actual game is completed, they can only go one way. It's not like a reversible track. It's a great game, but yeah, bear that in mind. As you can see, there you go. If I put it on that way, it looks at things, but you need to have space. These prongs are almost directional. It guides the snake through the track effectively. And if you put it the other way, it's just gonna get stuck and it won't turn. Now, these, I guess the clips will go into near. It is very tight, and that's good. It's not ridiculous. Like, it feels like it might snap, but you've got to put a bit of force because the parameters are really, really tight. And that's good because it keeps it strong, it keeps it sturdy, it keeps everything in place. And again, with so many moving parts, everything needs to be precise. So as you can see, there are 3 straight bits to do for the main game. I ended up printed 5. I don't do all of here, but I'm showing you the instructions of how it should be done in this video. As I say, do what I say, not what I do. But in this video, I actually technically do what I do because this is actually how you should build it. Same principle goes for the corner pieces. There is a left U-turn and a right U-turn. And the same thing, they may look very similar, but the orientation of the tracks or the barriers are in reverse, the opposite side. So you've got to be careful what side you're putting it on. It is pretty hard to confuse these corners and do it wrongly, but I did do that at one point. So you can see these ones all facing right, going towards the right if you're watching the video. And so all the prongs are going that way. You could end up putting the left one here and the other one in it, but yeah, you go to go. But anyway, back to everything else. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the builds. I know I've been gone a while in terms of making my own designs. I'm gonna get back. I'm filming them, I'm editing them, put them all out, but in the meantime, I'm always printing them, always printing something, and I print so many of these little games, so many models, dummy 13 variants, different props, different things. I don't film it, and I thought this time, let me film one of the things outside of what I do and what I think some people might be missing, because it's all great having a 3D printer and it's all good having great stuff like that, but sometimes you just want to see what else is out there. Talking about 3D printers, so I own the Big Tree Tech Touch Panda, sorry. And obviously the news came out recently that Bamboo have changed the sort of programming or the software updates. So if you've got X1 Carbon and all the other ones, but it's not as effective depending on the updates. I own the P1S and I'm hoping that the update doesn't screw with my Panda Touch, because I actually use it all the time. I don't use it in terms of like changing the filament colors, but it's definitely a great tool for pausing prints, checking prints, and doing all those things that I usually use my phone to do. So if I do change a filament, I can just change it on the Touch, because you can't do it on the standard P1S unless you connect it to your computer, or use a computer, or use your phone. So I really hope that functionality doesn't disappear with the update. Going back to the build, as you can see here with this turning sort of handle, it's quite straightforward. You have got to put a bit of force, and yeah, they just turn it to loosen up the gears and then it will get together, and it's not too difficult. These handles, I chose blue and white. I think in the picture you chose white and red, doesn't really matter, do what colors you want. And they're going, everything's friction fitted. There is not a single bit of glue in this model, and I love it. I love models where I don't have to use glue. This is just purely friction fitted and built correctly. There you go. There's the 5 pieces there and the 4 bits of the corner. Remember, it's 3 straight, 2 corners, and you're good to go. Now, putting it together. Now, this is when it comes to orientation. As you can see, those prongs are facing up here, and that's how it should be, or down, depending on what side you start with. But you'll see as it goes askew later on, the friction is just way too much, and it didn't work out great. But as I said, I love this model. It's great. Please download it. Please print it. Show some love. It's a great model. One thing I will say, which is hurting my heart, is 97% of you are not subscribed. I can't believe it. Like, all you amazing viewers, thank you so much for watching it. Thank you for liking all of that stuff. But please, it's free. You haven't got to do nothing. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. Leave a comment, whether it's good or bad. Honestly, it all means so much. It changes the algorithm. It does so much. It lets me know what's good and what's bad. Like, I can look at view counts, and things that I think will do well don't do as well. Things that I don't think will do well do amazing. And that's like, it really confused me. So please subscribe, like, share. Do whatever you need to, because it does really help me out so much, and yeah, it lets me know what I need to keep improving on. So please don't be afraid to send the comments. I see comments on some other videos and they're great, and I appreciate every single one. But if you want to see something different, if you want me to try something different, let me know in the comments below. Now, going back to the orientation here, look, as you can see, the orientation is fine. I don't really mess up the orientation, but there are too many tracks. You know, friction is friction. The more you add, the more possibilities you are to make things tougher, and there's more cogs to turn. I should be testing this each step, to be honest. I'm testing a little bit, spinning it and so forth, and some bits move and I've got to use a bit more force, and I don't have to use force in other bits. But yeah, I would say probably stick to the 3 straights and 2 corners. For maybe it was just the way they printed. They didn't print out perfectly, but I did find once I just did the 3 straights and 2 corners, things did work out absolutely fine. There wasn't a single issue. I might try and reprint it again. I was gonna scale it up, and the same thing, I probably good thing I never actually, because it probably would have caused me another issue. I might do another later video. I might try and do a life-size giant one, but we'll leave that for another video at another time. But yeah, let's get on with the rest of it. I want to say a big thank you for all you've supporting. Please like, share and subscribe. Keep all the comments coming in. Let's get this channel to at least 10,000 subscribers in the next month if we can, possibly. But thank you all so much. It truly does mean a lot. Please check out the Patreon, the fangs, the printables, the Maker World, everywhere. The Etsy store, links in the description below. But with all that being said and done, let's go!
In a world where shadows ripple and dance, Mr. Campbell prints, giving dreams a chance. Electric whispers linger in the night. Through the chaos, he ignites the light. Welcome to the realm where fantasies take flight. Mr. Campbell prints, let your spirit soar. In this darkened world, you'll find the